Yeah, good afternoon. See, last class, if you remember, we started with Sarsaparilla. Okay. Any questions in Sarsaparilla? Before I proceed further, ಏನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದೆಯಾ? ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. So if you have no questions, then we'll just try to recall few things related to Sarsaparilla so that we have a continuity and then we can continue with the remaining part. So as a quick revision, two small things we'll try to recall. One, we'll try to understand or we'll just try to recall the ailments of Sarsaparilla. So if you remember, I had told you about how many ailments? Three, very good. Three very important ailments of Sarsaparilla. The first one was good, beautiful vaccination. Second one was mercury, good. Yes, correct. And the third one was suppressed gonorrhea, beautiful. See, and three ailments, we also try to understand vaccination in detail. Ailments from vaccination and what will be the probable effects. Although we have tried to understand. Okay. Now, few areas I told you, Sarsaparilla predominantly acts. Meaning, whenever we talk of Sarsaparilla, what should come to your mind? Yes, good, good, absolutely fine. It's an urinary remedy, and it is also called as ಯಾವುದು homeopathic catheter? See, if I am right, homeopathic catheter is Thalapsi bursa. Thalapsi bursa. You will have to just confirm, but from my knowledge, I feel homeopathic catheter is Thalapsi bursa. But Sarsaparilla also has a very important action on the urinary tract. Okay. So quickly we'll try to understand few PQRS symptoms of Sarsaparilla urinary system, and then we'll go ahead. So what was very peculiar in Sarsaparilla? Pain at the closure of urination. See, now I'll just explain this again. Though we had a lengthy discussion in the last class, UTI, when you get a patient with UTI, they may come to you with different symptoms. Not all UTI Cantharis will work, or not all UTI EPIS will work. EPIS will have its own symptoms. Okay. Now this reminds me of a very small case which I had day before yesterday in my clinic. It's an acute case. Now why I am trying to tell you is, see, we had a young couple whose marriage I had attended few days back, and they had been to honeymoon, and they came back, right? And they came back to clinic. The boy had bad body pains, okay? He had lot of weakness, fine? And the girl had bad hoarseness of voice, fine? Now my question is, I hope you would have by now guessed what is the question. See, both of them, they were exposed to same climate, okay, fine? And but what do you see? The symptoms. What did the boy present to us with? He presented us with body pain. He presented to us with cough and cold. Severe tiredness, severe weakness. One day he did take rest. He is not better. He is landed up in the clinic. Now what is the girl suffering? When I was questioning this, the boy was saying, "Uncle, same complaints. I mean, I know him since a very small boy. Now he's a married guy. Uncle, same complaints. Fine. But then what is she presenting to you with? They played in water, and I was told that the place where they went, it was very hot, 38 degrees centigrade. So you go out, play in water, and get into an AC car, or you get into AC room. This was the routine. But did they both suffer with the same complaints? Now this is where, as a budding homeopath, as a final year student, you need to understand. Though they were exposed to the same causative factor, the presentation was very different. Now, the very important question. Which medicine? Bryonia for both? Okay, very good. One of your friends, I'm saying, that's why I always keep telling you, the beauty of teaching in government college. students are very reciprocative and they do give proper answers. Now one of your friends says, the guy, the boy needs bryonia. All of you agree? In spite of Bangalore being cold last evening, he was not feeling cold, he was feeling hot. He was dull, he was tired, exposed to hot sun. Fine, the remedy is bryonia. In spite of he telling same, can you still think of bryonia in the lady? No. Why not bryonia? Okay, fine. Why not bryonia? You are all fine. You all agree. Now the question is, which remedy for the girl? She's got a hoarseness of voice. Kya? Kosa? Yes, absolutely. This is a very simple remedy. But you should know. I know many of you will be knowing the answer. You might be a little hesitant to answer, but give a try, give a chance. I could hear some noises behind. You can try, no problem. Galat ho to kuch nahi hoga. We'll learn from our mistakes. But if the similar case comes to your clinic tomorrow, you should be in a position to identify. You got bryonia right, and you're also very correct in telling the lady does not require bryonia. I'm very happy. At least you are in the right track. You have come very close. Now, what was the presenting complaints and what could be the probable remedy? Very good. Who was that? Ashraf. Now Ashraf is talking of antimicrobe. How many of you agree with antimicrobe? Let's not debate if it is right or wrong. Fine. I'll come to the point. I told very good. So the remedy that I have given is antimicrobe. And Ashraf does not come to my clinic to learn. Fine. So it is his effort. He needs to be appreciated for that. Okay. Now why antimicrobe? Ashraf. Very good. You get that point? How many? I don't know how many of you have read antimicrobe in your first year. Okay. What does the elements of antimicrobe tell is river bathing. River bathing when? Hot sun. Good. And directly it is given, if you are Kent lovers, directly Kent says hoarseness of voice which comes after getting overheated, one, or after bathing in river under hot sun. Please don't forget. Okay? Good. I am very happy. At least one male voice. I mean good. Antimicrobe. You are getting my point. Ailments same, situation same, ganda henti, all fine. But how do they present? Please don't give bryonia for both. Her sensitivity was throat. His sensitivity was a different thing. He came with cold and he came with cough. So I am just giving you a small understanding. So understanding the PQRS of each remedy is very important. Okay, done? You are clear with the case? I mean very recent case, and I'm happy you got both bryonia and antimicrobe. Antimicrobe was a nice answer. Bray, as a final year student, you should tell Bray. I'm happy you told Bray. Okay, good. So let's get back to sarsaparilla. Yenittu sarsaparilla is at the closure of urination, they will have bad pain. Good, one characteristic symptom. And any other PQRS? What was the character of urine? Urine was albuminous, good. It's a remedy acting on kidney, good. Albuminous. What was the odor? Sour, beautiful, good. Sour smelling urine, okay. And then there was pain, etc., etc. A good remedy for renal calculi. You know all that. So we will not waste any more time. I just want you students to get back to the previous class that we started with sarsaparilla and we stopped here. Meaning, I told you about ailments, I told you about spear of action, and we exclusively discussed the urinary complaints. Correct? We'll go ahead. See, as a final year student, I was also trying to tell you, and I have been insisting, the final year classes should be more clinical oriented. Correct? Now, you also are used to repertorization, repertory. Okay? Now, see, when you repertorize the urinary complaints, unfortunately, you will not land up with a single remedy. Correct? You will get a group of remedy. Fine? Now I want you to guess as a final year student, which are all the other remedies which come very close to sarsaparilla in urinary affections. Hope my question is clear. Very good. Which remedies as a final year student? Very good. Absolutely right. Number one answer. Good. Lycopodium. Huh? Berberis vulgaris. Apis mellifica. Cantharis. Good. Agreed. See. Huh? Tabacum. Yeah, we have discussed in the last class. Tabacum. Beautiful remedy for renal colic with bad nausea. Tabacum. Okay. So, what remedies come to your mind? The first remedy, if you look at the PowerPoint, the first remedy that comes to our mind is Lycopodium. I should have kept all this blank so that we could have had some inputs from your side. But anyway, it's all been displayed. So Lyco and Takshna in urinary affections, is a very good remedy for renal colic. And renal colic is mainly on right side, good, and child cries before urination, and red sand in urine, backache better by passing urine. These are all few characteristic symptoms of Lycopodium. Okay. Moving ahead, the second remedy, the remedy that comes in contrast will be Berberis. So when somebody comes to you with left renal colic, the remedy that should come to mind is Berberis. Shooting pains, sharp pains, tearing pains, pain, aggravation, slightest movement. Okay, slightest movement aggravates pain. Idu Berberis. Now, I don't know if Nux vomica came up, but Nux is again a very important remedy. We use often in our clinics, and this will have mainly, with intense back pain, associated with intense back pain, and it's a right-sided remedy. Right-sided renal calculi or renal colic, like Lycopodium. Okay. So another remedy is arnica. See, arnica we will not give for stone. I want to repeat this point. Arnica is not given for calculi. Okay. Now the question is, when do we indicate arnica? When you have more of pain. See, when the calculi is passing down, okay, and when there is pain, agonizing pain in back and hips, keep this point in your mind, from passage of calculi. This is not a remedy for kidney stone, but when the kidney stone is passing down and if it is causing pain, especially in the hips and the back, the remedy is arnica. Okay. Similarly, we have another remedy, belladonna. Again, see, try to understand, these above remedies are for calculi, and these below remedies, arnica and belladonna, especially when the calculi is moving down and when it is causing pain. So there you think of arnica and belladonna. Bell will have sharp shooting sudden pains. See, now another very important sphere of action is belladonna relaxes spasmodic constriction caused by the stone and allows it to pass readily. Fine. Now one of the authors, I don't know from which book I have taken, but one of the source books, they say this is how belladonna will reduce pain when the stone is passed. Okay. So we'll move ahead. A few practical points we are discussing. Now Cantharis. See, Cantharis is a beautiful combination of UTI and renal calculi, both a remedy indicated for UTI and renal calculi. Okay. So you can just read this when time permits. Pereira breva. As a final year student, you also should understand rare remedies. Now, one beautiful indication of Pereira breva. I don't know if you have already read this, but if you have not read, from your third year therapeutics, can you please recall when Pereira breva is indicated? Students have already read the text. Kindly ignore. Students who have not read, please attempt answering this question indications of Carrera-Brava in either prostate affections or in UTI? No. Okay. So now this is very, very important. You read this in Boric. Can only pass urine when lying on his knees, pressing head firmly against the floor. Kindly imagine this position. He is literally bending on his knees and he is pressing his head firmly against the floor. This I had an opportunity to treat one elderly man in benign prostatic hypertrophy. So painful the urination was, so difficult the urination was, literally had to go down on his knees and press his head against the floor. Till date, I am lucky with only one case, Carrera-Brava. Don't forget, very characteristic indication. Now another remedy is one of your friend already contributed. Now if it has to be tobacco, it has to be deathly nausea. Deathly nausea. And I don't know, benzoic acid, did it come up or no, I am not very sure. But benzoic acid, kidney stones, which mainly comes, which mainly affects the right kidney. And one characteristic symptom of benzoic acid is strong smelling urine. Okay? If you want to be more precise, horse. Urine smells like that of horse's urine. It will not smell like horse. It will smell like horse's urine. Okay, that is benzoic acid. See, calcarea carb. Again, constitutionally I have given calcarea, but not on specific indications. Calcarea carb, nitric acid. See, nitric acid oxalates stones. Again, I will take you back to a third year. You know kidney stones. You know, yes, good, very good types of kidney stones. So, when you have more of oxalate stones, think of nitric acid. And they also have a very peculiar sensation, urine cold on passing. When they are passing, they feel cold. And like benzoic acid, you have strong smelling urine. Okay, good. So, must be one more or two more remedies, and then we can continue with sarsaparilla. But this is a very important exercise as a final year student. You should know. And one more remedy is Yuva Ursi. URSI. See, calculi, till now we spoke of kidney stones. Now we are talking of stones in bladder. So when urine stops suddenly, as if a stone has rolled suddenly in front of the internal orifice of the urethra. Now think of Yuva Ursi. And you know of ossimum. There is something called as ossimum can and ossimum sanctum. Ossimum sanctum is more of a respiratory remedy. You know, even in our grandmoms, if you remember, commonly used home remedy for cough, tulsi. That is ossimum sanctum. And a type of tulsi which is used in kidney stone is ossimum can. Okay. And one last remedy I would like to contribute from the books, and that is Calcarea renalis. Okay. Now what is Calcarea renalis all about? When you have a patient who has been recurrently getting calculi, you give berberis, it will go. Again after 2 months, 3 months it will come. Again you give something, it will go. Again it will come. So what is this? There is a recurrence. So Clark says, if you have a case like this, where you have recurrence, he says think of Calcarea renalis. Okay. Now we'll come back to few more nice comparison when it comes to position. Now what is the position you have in sarsaparilla? They can pass urine better by standing. Good. Two more remedies we spoke. One was alumina and the other one was Chimaphila umbellata. We'll discuss. Now urine they can pass urine only if they sit and bend forward. Now this is any guess? Zincum, good, zincum. Okay. Now exactly you have another position here. Now here this is again another position. They have to strain at stool. Only if they strain at stool, urine will come. Beautiful, very good. Alumina. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಾದಲ್ಲಿ they have to strain at stool, only then urine comes. The direction was different. See, can pass urine better when listening to music. Fine. I mean, I don't know how far it is true. If you remember our grannies, they used to make some musical note. Yeah, I mean, this is a common thing. So, I mean, here very peculiar two remedies here. Can pass urine only while listening to music. You know Tarantula, great music lover. Fine. To the extent, even to pass urine, they have to listen to music. And a rare remedy is cyclamen. Moving ahead, yeah, this is what I was trying to tell you. What is this? Can pass urine better in the standing position. Yeah, Sarsaparilla, alumina, Chimaphila, ambulata. Now another very important remedy, you just see the position and you tell me. Now, can pass urine when they hear to the sound of the water. Very good, lysine. Lysine and another remedy is tarantula. I am happy with lysine, good. A remedy prepared from rabid dog. And you know rabies and water, they don't go well, okay? Yeah, okay. Now this, what is the interpretation of the image? Very good. Can pass urine by pressing the abdomen. Which is the remedy? It's a final year remedy. I'll be happy if one of you can recall this remedy. I'm not very sure. Zincum agoytu. Zincum agoytu, no problem. Now this remedy is magnesium mure. Magmure. If they have to pass urine, they have to press the abdominal muscles. Only then urine flows. Magnesium mure. Don't forget. Magnesium mure. And this, what is this telling us? Yeah, I mean they have to spread their legs wide apart. And this is again Chimaphila ambulata. Okay, they have to spread their legs wide apart to pass urine. Okay, that is Chimaphila ambulata. Hope we have done. Okay, fine. So now what I did here was, after explaining the Sarsaparilla urinary affections, we have tried to compare remedies which comes very close to Sarsaparilla. We have just compared. Now we will talk of other areas. Which are all the other areas where you see Sarsaparilla? Very good. Skin, good. Bones. Yeah, good. Bones alone or long bones? Good. I am happy. You are very specific. Don't tell us about short bones. It's mainly long bones. Good. I'll come back. Now skin. See, plenty of remedies in homeopathy. For skin. We have beautiful remedies. Fine. Now, where Sarsaparilla gets indicated, that is very important. Any wild guess? Yes, good. In the first class when I did Sarsaparilla, I told you it's a remedy for cracks. Can somebody describe the cracks? Don't tell me cracks which are beautiful. Cracks elli. Cracks mainly over the soles. Soles. The only 3-mark remedy given in your repertory. Cracks over soles. Cracks over fingers. Fine. Now the beauty of Sarsaparilla is cracks which are deep. What is it? Cracks which are deep. Deep cracks. Very painful, bleeding, deep cracks. You can think of Sarsaparilla. Okay. Any other quick remedies you can think of here? Okay, nitric acid is also a very good remedy for cracks. But how is nitric acid different from Sarsaparilla? 1 point. Yarada? Very good, beautiful. Good. One of your friends says mucocutaneous junction. Good, keep it up. That's the point. I'm happy. See, idella namage music. Nitric acid cracks on the takshna. What should come? Mucocutaneous junction. Good, very good, beautiful. We'll go ahead. Now, in Sarsaparilla, there is no special affinity for mucocutaneous junction. It's mainly over the fingertips or it is mainly over soles. Deep cracks. Two remedies you should remember. Very good. Petroleum. When you say petroleum, graphites. And one more remedy, remember, sepia. Petroleum, graphite, sepia are top remedies for deep cracks. Okay, don't forget. Now, what will sarsaparilla do on skin? Fine, it will cause eruptions. And eruptions, eruptions which comes after vaccination. Eruptions could be herpetic, psoriatic, or it could be boils. And eruptions which itch or eruptions which burn. This is what you have in under eruptions in sarsaparilla. See, ulcerations. It's a syphilitic remedy. You have deep cracks. You also have ulcers. The speciality of ulcers in sarsaparilla, they're usually deep indolent. What does indolent mean? Yeah, good, slow, non-healing. Ulcers which are not healing. Non-healing, indolent, and the discharges will be offensive and bloody. Okay. Now cracks we already spoke, we'll skip this. Skin, you also know. What was the character of skin in sarsaparilla? Yeah, good. The person would look premature. The person would look old. So if he has to look premature and if he has to look old, the skin should be wrinkled. Okay? So wrinkled skin, withered, loose, shriveled, hanging in folds. The skin which hangs in folds. Okay? Hanging in folds after emaciation. Now practically in my clinical experience, I have got good results in cracks. I have not got an opportunity to explore the other areas, but cracks, it's been wonderful. Okay? So this is with skin. Two more areas we'll be discussing, small areas, and then we can stop. The other important area here is female genitalia. Okay? Now, any wild guess? What could sarsaparilla do acting on the female genitalia? See, typically it will not act on the uterus. Fine? There is something called as accessory sexual organ. What is it? Which is the accessory? Yeah. Which is the accessory sexual organ? Mammary. Good. Mammary. Breast. Now, breast again. The entire breast tissue, you don't see sarsaparilla acting. Then the question is, where is sarsaparilla acting? Fine. Sarsaparilla mainly acts on the nipples. Okay. Yes, what could sarsaparilla? Good. It can cause cracks. One cracks, innondu inverted nipple. Okay. Atrophied nipple or inverted nipple. Fine. Anyway, we'll just discuss. See, now we'll start with the menses. The menses in sarsaparilla is acrid, it's gushing, and it is painful. Three words I have used here. One is talking about the acridity here, meaning the character of blood. Blood can cause irritation, blood can corrode the area, it is acrid. Very few remedies we have which has acrid blood. Can you quickly name few? Which has acrid blood? Acrid menstrual bleeding. We had recently one lady, who had come and she was talking of her leucorrhea being acrid. How did she conclude her leucorrhea is acrid? It would eat away her inner garments. Which is the only remedy we have in our materia medica. Leucorrhea acrid eats away inner garments. Capsicum. People will stop eating capsicum. No, it's not capsicum. No issues. With due respect. No issues. Only single remedy. So beautifully this lady was telling, sir, whenever I have this white discharge, it's so bad, I mean, it literally eats my, undergarments. ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಪರ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಲುಕೋರಿಯಾ ಆಕ್ರಿಡ್ ಈಟ್ಸ್ ಅವೇ ಲಿನನ್. ಅವನು ಇನ್ನರ್ ಗಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. He says linen or linen, the cloth. And the only remedy is iodine. Iodine. Oh, iodine. Yeah, iodine. So iodine is the only remedy. You have to remember. Fine. We are talking of blood. The menstrual blood which is acrid. Yeah, remedies better. Acrid remedies. Okay, sulfuric acid. Many acids for that matter. Even creosote. Don't forget creosote. Creosote will have a combination of acridity and offensivity. Very bad smelling leucorrhea. Okay. Merco, yes, agreed. Mercor, that's a beautiful remedy. Now dysmenorrhea with retracted nipples. See the statement, it has got lot of strength, lot of value. Dysmenorrhea with retracted nipples. Okay. The nipples are retracted and cracked nipples. These are all very, very clinically used symptoms. And the gynecologists, they have a different way of approaching such cases. And you as a homeopath, you can do wonders if you give the right remedy. Okay. And few more symptoms. Dysuria and frequent urination during menopause. So now this again shows the affinity of sarsaparilla over the urinary tract. Good, over the urinary tract. So dysuria and frequent urination. What is the clause here? Mainly during menopause. Now that's why I keep telling you, please understand the entire statement. Many times we read half and we get excited. We prescribe. We don't get results. We feel sad. Okay? So you should be very, very careful. So, now before I take up the last slide, fine. Now what I wanted to highlight here is, we spoke of two areas. A small recap. We spoke of skin. Skin allenenittu. See, the idea of getting a PPT, anyway, thanks to Google Images, I always keep thanking Google Images. But what is the idea of getting it is, when I say skin, that image should come in your mind. That slide. Sir, 4 circles hakidru. What are those 4 circles? That clarity you should have. That should be the effect of the images. So what was that 4 things that I had put? One was eruptions. That's why Materia Medica many of us hate, because we read Materia Medica as a symptom. We try to buy at Materia Medica. Never buy at. Apply, clinically use madi, and the strong what knowledge you have about Materia Medica, the stronger you will be in your practice. Fine? This is a key subject. Never hate it. It's a beautiful subject. But you should know how to learn, how to study. Fine? So as a final year student, it should be more clinical and practical oriented. And next we spoke of female genitalia. Though the uterus was shown there, you realized that the action of sarsaparilla is more on the nipples. Cracked nipples, fine? Retracted nipple, associated with dysmenorrhea and other complaints. Okay? Fine? So the last thing here, we'll be discussing about headache of sarsaparilla. There's something very characteristic. Pain starts in the occiput, ascends over the eye, and it goes till the root of the nose. So, what is it? Pain starts in the occiput, it ascends over the eye, and it settles over the root of the nose. Idu location. Quickly, which are all the other remedies? Very good. Silesia, Gelsemium. I mean, 2 important remedies as a final year student. Sanguinaria canadensis and Spigelia. You should not forget. Okay? Fine? Spigelia, lachesis, petroleum, glonane, verat, and of course, the remedies you contributed. Now the last thing here is bones. What was that one point I told you when we discussed sarsaparilla in the first class? Pains? Without? Okay, fine. Now, night pains. Night pains. Night time alli you will have pain in the long bones. Sarsaparilla is one of the remedies. You have got better remedies. Fine, like for example, aurum. Don't forget aurum. Murk, nitric acid, kalium, mesothelium. All predominantly syphilitic remedies. We have it there. Night aggravation. Bones. Okay. Now, one small exercise and then we can stop. Now, what is that exercise here is, as a final year student, where do you think sarsaparilla can be indicated clinically? Huh? Okay, in UTI, calculi, good. Cracks, good, agreed. Dysmenorrhea, migraines, huh? Ulcers, good. Okay. See, I mean, there are few, which I have taken from your books. Herpes, nephritis, urethritis, menopause. What was the symptom in menopause? What was indication? Dysuria, frequent urination during menopause. In other menopausal condition, you can't think of sarsaparilla. I hope you have that clarity. Lacasis, sulfur, graphite, sanguinaria, sepia, calcarea, lot of remedies for menopause. They will have their own indications. Similia, similibus curanter. Unless you match, our remedies will not work. So that matching is a big task. Fine. So it could be marasmus, it could be cancer, eruptions, retracted nipple, menstrual irregularities, bad effects of mercury or bad effects of vaccination. In all these conditions, you can think of sarsaparilla. Okay? Fine. Now, before we close, last part will be the modalities. I have been telling last class, but then few more things are coming up. Cold, wet weather, spring, night, mercury, motion before menses. These are all the aggravating factors. Uncovering chest and neck and standing are two ameliorating factors. Okay? So, aggravations and of course the ameliorations. Fine? Now, to sum up, before, if you have any questions, before you start asking questions, to sum up, whenever the word sarsaparilla comes, what should come to your mind is, predominantly, it is a urinary remedy. So it acts on the kidneys, that anatomy should come to your mind. It should just fall in front of you. And what will sarsaparilla do? Nephritis irbodu, calculi irbodu, fine, and UTI irbodu, okay, yeah, cystitis, okay, all those things, and albuminuria, hematuria, sour smelling urine, and of course skin, second major area. Cracks irutte. Where cracks? Mainly over soles. Soles, tip of finger, between toes. Deep cracks, painful cracks. Herpes irbodu, adella barutte skin alli. Then we also spoke of female. We spoke of headaches, fine, and we spoke of long bones. Okay, so these are few things which should come any given time. This should come. Okay. Now, before I close, any quick questions? Extra time? We have exceeded 5 minutes. No problem. Any questions? Quick questions. It's clear? So, exam point of view, urinary complaints can be a 5-mark question. Okay? And 3 marks they can ask you anything. They can ask you ailments, female they can ask you, skin they can ask you, modalities kelbodu, athwa clinical utility of sarsaparilla.